So this video is going to be more of a sit down and talk video, a bit of an update video on the channel, and as you can tell by the title, it's more of what content I'm going to be doing now and what's going to change. So for those that actively watch my channel, you will have noticed that my channel has took a severe dip. In other words, it's dying off pretty quick. And I think I know why. It's quite evident from the videos that are still doing well on my channel that the hardcore stuff is what you guys enjoy, and it's what you subscribe for. Let's not forget that. The new Let's Play series is doing okay, but it's not doing well. But that's not going to stop me from making content on this world. It's just forcing me to change how I make content and what content I'm actually going to make. So if you have literally no idea what I'm talking about, my channel is dying pretty rapidly, and yeah, in terms of content that I'm going to make, I'm going to focus on two things, and I'm going to talk to you guys about them today. What's going to be changing, what you can expect from me, and basically just some life updates as well, just because a lot of you question my inconsistency, which once I explain why I'm a little bit inconsistent, it will all make sense. So the first thing to address, that I've said on a couple of occasions, is that I am a full-time uni student. So that alone is causing me to have less time to work on videos. And even though I've tried going down the route of making easier to produce content, it's still proving a problem in terms of consistencies with the videos, which is the first thing I need to address. I need to try and figure out a way that I can become consistent. Now, consistent doesn't necessarily refer to being super active, such as uploading every day. It just basically means being consistent. So like, for example, every week or every month or something like that. I've definitely got a good idea of what I want to do and the type of content that you all want me to make. So that's what I'm going to address here. First of all, I'm active on social media. For those that have Twitter, Instagram, other social medias, I am on all of those. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, especially because I'm active mostly on there, then you could be missing out on some important information that, you know, surrounds my channel and the decisions behind it. So highly recommend you go and follow me on Twitter. I've got it linked at the top of the description for you all to follow me there, so you don't miss any important updates. I'm just currently exploring the world of my own Let's Play series while I'm talking about this. In fact, let's go mining, because I feel like that's going to be a very interesting thing to do while just giving you guys an update. So for those that saw my announcement on Twitter and I think the YouTube community tab, I announced a new hardcore series coming to the channel. That hardcore series has been recorded, the first episode at least, but now I'm having second thoughts on posting it, because there is going to be changes that I'm going to implement into my channel that's going to change the way I produce videos. It's very clear to me, after experimenting with a lot of different styles over this past year, that the casual Let's Play style that, to be honest, I enjoyed the most doesn't resonate with my audience very well. So that is going to be a thing. Wait, I've been here already. What? That's going to be a thing that I'm going to now stray away from, because it is very clear that you guys don't enjoy it as much just from all the experiments I've run. And you guys won't even realize that I've been running experiments in the background while doing different types of videos. It's not been obvious, and it's definitely not something I've spoke about, but that has been the case, and, you know, I'll explain all that now. So for those that aren't familiar with how I've been running these experiments, basically, I've been looking at click-through rate and the average view duration on most of my videos after I post them, once I've got the data for them. And it's very clear that I can see from the data that YouTube provides us, YouTubers don't speak about this at all, but I'm going to touch on it now, is we can see if someone's watching the whole video or not, or if people are clicking on it, leaving a comment, and then just dipping after like a minute, 30 seconds or whatever it is. We can see that happen. And as sad as it is, the series that I most enjoy, which is this 1.18 Let's Play, is doing the worst, to be honest, looking at the stats, and it's disappointing, but I have to make changes on that to try and keep the channel growing. And, you know, if I don't, this channel will die out very, very quickly, which is the last thing I want. Trying to keep a channel going the size that I've got now to an active and good standard is extremely difficult when I'm at uni full time. It's the hardest thing I've ever tried to do, balancing them both. I'll touch on this very quickly, but I'm not going into depth with it. Is the impact that has on mental health is ridiculous. And if anyone can relate to this, then by all means, you can leave a comment and say that you can relate to it. But yeah, it's not something I'm ever going to go in depth about. but mentally it is very, very draining, and it definitely takes a toll. The next thing that I'm going to address is the hardcore series that you guys keep asking for me to return. That is going to be coming back, but it's not going to be consistent enough to the point where you guys are going to expect a new episode every week. I'm going to have to try and do something to balance it all out. So the two things that I'm going to focus on, if you haven't caught on yet, is this Let's Play and the hardcore. They are the only two things you can expect from me on this channel. For those that keep asking about the 100 days, I don't know if anyone's seen me address this, but hopefully this is going to be the last time I address it. I do not enjoy making those videos anymore. I did, but I just don't enjoy it, and I'm not going to do something that I don't enjoy because, as I've already touched on, the pressure that it is already, or that it's turning into because of uni, the effects that it has on like my mental health personally, it's not worth putting myself through that just to try and get some 100 days videos out that might do well. And yes, they probably would do well. If I wasn't at uni, I would probably totally do it. It's just because, you know, I've got too much going on outside of YouTube life and stuff like that. It's just, it's really difficult. And I don't really ever go out there and address stuff like that because I like to keep myself to myself kind of thing. That's the way I've always been. So for me to be addressing this, it's just understand that it's taking a massive step out of my comfort zone to try and address that. But it needs addressing, and I understand that it needed addressing. So, which is why I'm here now making this video. So I think I've touched everything, but you guys might be wondering, where's this going to lead? What is my new plan of action? Oh, even more diamonds up there, nice. For the new content that I'm going to be doing. Well, I say new content, it's not going to be necessarily new. It's just I'm going back to an old style that worked within reason. So you already know the two types of content that I'm going to be bringing to the channel, my Let's Play and my hardcore series, but the actual content itself is going to change dramatically. So rather than making casual Let's Play videos that you guys clearly don't enjoy, you guys enjoy the grindy stuff that has a really big goal. And to be honest, that's the aspects I enjoy. I do enjoy that sort of stuff. It just takes time to post videos, and I'll be honest, one thing I'm scared of is for people thinking that I'm making the channel somewhat abandoned because I might not have uploaded in a month or two. I've actually spoke about this to some friends of mine and to some big channels and sort of asked them what I should do about it. Like, what's the best way that I can try and balance both? Like, what would they advise me focus on? And basically the advice they gave me is to just focus on one thing, like not necessarily one series, but one style, and just stick to what works. That doesn't mean one series, that just means as a whole. But for me, I'm going to be applying it to two types of content, so it's not just going to be one or the other. So with that being said, let's go into more detail about what you guys can expect. So both the series that I'm going to be doing are going to be less consistent in a way. Well, I say less consistent, they're going to be more consistent but less frequent. So don't expect uploads from me every single week, because a lot of my effort is going to go in per video rather than per series, kind of what I tried doing originally. So basically, I'm going back to how I originally grew my channel without the 100 days trend, with highly edited, top quality, literally the best quality that you're going to ever see from me in videos. That's the plan. But just to address what that actually means, there's going to be less uploads. A lot of the frequent uploads that I've done recently, they're going to stop, and I'm going to be doing way more stuff in episodes, and a lot more editing is going to go into it, rather than the just casual styled Let's Play that you guys have seen from me for the past 7 episodes or so on my Let's Play series, and what I tried doing with Imperial as well. Speaking of Imperial, I will address what's happening with that at a later date, because it's not really been finalized as of yet. But more details to come on that one. So if you want to stay up to date with me and what I'm doing, as I said at the start of this, make sure you follow me on Twitter. That's the best place you can get responses to your questions. I try to reply to comments sometimes, but I'm not always around to reply to comments. I'm most active on Twitter. So yeah, just be aware of that. And yeah, I kind of feel like it makes more sense on Twitter because more people can see it and it's all in one place rather than it being spread out across different videos. So yeah, please make sure you follow me on Twitter. That is going to be the place where you can get the most up-to-date information about my content. And I'm going to keep you guys updated as best as I can on the behind the scenes stuff, such as what I'm currently working on, how far I am into working on it, and the potential release date for the new videos. I'm basically going to be uploading, I'm going to say an average of once a month, but every time I do, you know it's going to be a banging video. Let's just say that. I'm going to try posting content on Instagram more as well, because, I mean, pictures don't really take that long to put together. Obviously, they have to be meaningful, so, yeah, stuff I'm working on in videos, I might post on Instagram too, so make sure you follow me there as well. Link is also at the top of the description. The Let's Play stuff will be in a similar style for those that are wondering. So, yeah, anything that's, like, Let's Play related will be in a big projects, less frequent, more consistent upload manner. Does that make sense? I hope this makes sense, because I'm not the best at explaining this. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here, but any questions you guys do have, let me know on Twitter, actually. Don't leave a comment. There's no point, because I might not see it. I will try and read them, but you're most likely going to get a reply on Twitter. So make sure you follow me over there. Ask any questions that you do have, and I will do my best to respond to every genuine question. I'm purposely going to ignore silly questions, because I do get that sometimes. All YouTubers can relate to that. You know, it's just a thing that happens, but I'm just going to make it clear. Any genuine questions, I will most likely respond to on Twitter. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Hopefully, you respect the decision. I'm having to try and do this to balance out other aspects of my life a little bit more as well, and to try and get the channel back on its feet. They're the two main priorities right now, so I hope that best explains the decisions and the choices that I've made. So yeah, appreciate you all watching this update video, and I'll see you in the next one.